Question number 6a. If 135 to base k is equal to 231 to base 4, find the value of k. Let's start with A first before we come back to B. So 6a, we are given that 135 in base k equal to 231 in base 4. So let us convert this to base 10, likewise this to base 10. So we take 1, we multiply it by the base, which is k, we add, take 3, multiplied by the base, which is k, plus take 5, multiplied by the base. Assign index. This is 0, this is 1, this is 2. Then you move to the right hand side. You take 2, you multiply it by 4. You add, you take 3, you multiply it by 4. Lastly, you take 1, you multiply by 4. Assign index 0, 1, and 2. Let's simplify this. K squared is k squared times 1 is still k squared, plus k to the power of 1 is k times 3 is 3k, plus k to the power of 0 is 1 times 5 is 5, and this is equal to 4 squared is 16, and 16 times 2 is 32, plus 4 to the power of 1 is 4 times 3 is 12, plus 4 to the power of 0 is 1 times 1 is still 1. Let's simplify. This is still k squared plus 3k plus 5. And this is equal to, let's add these numbers together. If you add this to this, you're going to get 44 plus 1 is 45. Take 45 to the left hand side, it becomes negative. So you have 5 minus 45, which is negative 40. So k squared plus 3k minus 40 equal to 0, which is a quadratic equation in terms of k. Now you think of two numbers that you can multiply together to get 40 negative, but when you add them together you get positive 3, and the numbers must be 8 and negative 5. So you have k plus 8, then k minus 5. This is equal to 0. Then you set each factor to be equal to 0, either k plus 8 equal to 0 or k minus 5 equal to 0, which implies k is either negative 8 or k equal to positive 5. But remember, k is what? K is nothing but the base, and our base is always a positive number, and therefore we conclude that k equal to 5 is the solution, right? So k is equal to 5. Now let us move on to the B part, 6b. So question 6b reads, a sector of a cycle of radius 21 cm has an angle of 120 degrees at the center. We are asked to calculate the perimeter as well as the area of that sector. Okay, what is a sector? Remember, if you have a cycle like this, suppose this is a cycle, a sector is something like from the center, this is a radius, this is also a radius. So this portion here is a sector of the cycle, and it sustains an angle of 120 degrees and the radius of 21 cm. So Roman 1, we're asked to find the perimeter of what? Of this sector. The perimeter is what? The distance around a given figure. So we need this length, and this length. So we have two radius and an arc. P, which is for the perimeter, equal to 2 radius or 2 radii plus the length of arc or arc length. So we need to find the length of the arc. And how can we find it? So arc is equal to the angle subtended, which is 120 degrees, divided by the total 360, multiplied by what? 2 pi r. 2 pi, they say we should use 22 divided by 7 as pi. 22 divided by 7, then multiply by r, and r is 21. I will compute everything using my calculator. So we have 120 divided by 360 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 22 divided by 7, then multiply by 21. Altogether I have 44 centimeter. So the perimeter would be 2 times the radius, which is 21, plus the length of arc, which is 44. 2 times this will give us what? 42. So this is 42 plus 44, which is going to give us 86 centimeters. So this is said to be the perimeter of that sector. We have answered the Roman 1. The Roman 2, we're asked to find the area of that sector. Roman 2, we're asked to find the area. Remember that area of a circle is what? Pi r squared. But this is just a portion of a cycle. Therefore, we have to take theta out of 360. And the theta is 120, which is the angle subtended by that sector, out of 360, multiplied by 22 divided by 7, multiplied by 21, multiplied by 21, because r squared means r times r, which is 21 times 21. So I would like to multiply all of this together. We have 120 multiplied by 22 multiplied by 21 multiplied by 21, and this is equal to 1164240. That is 1,164,240. Then we divide by 360 times 7, and this is 2,520. Then we divide. This is exactly equal to 462 cm squared, and hence this is said to be the area of that sector. Now for question 6c, we have to simplify the Sodic expression 3 divided by square root of 5 plus square root of 2 minus 1 divided by square root of 5 minus square root of 2. So first of all, we need to find the LCM, and we can simply multiply the denominators. So it will be square root of 5 plus square root of 2 multiplied by square root of 5 minus square root of 2. Then if you take this, you plug it into this, it will give you the other factor, which is square root of 5 minus square root of 2, which you're going to multiply by 3, right? So we have 3 multiplied by square root of 5 minus square root of 2. Then you subtract because of this sign. If you take this and plug it into this, this will be left, and you have to multiply it by 1, right? So we have 1 multiplied by square root of 5 plus square root of 2. So let's simplify. To the top, we have 3 times square root of 5 is 3 square root of 5 minus 3 square root of 2. Then this minus will affect everything inside. Minus 1 times square root of 5 is minus square root of 5. Minus 1 times square root of 2 is minus square root of 2. And to the bottom, we have nothing but difference of 2 squares, because you can see they only differ by sign, plus or minus. So you take the first one, you square that, you subtract, take the second one, you square that as well. So this is equal to, you can see we have 3 quantities here and single quantity here. If you subtract, you get 2 quantities. So we have 2 root 5. And this minus 3 minus 1 is minus 4, right? So we have minus 4 square root of 2 divide by square root of 5 squared is 5 minus square root of 2 squared is 2. This is equal to 2 root 5 minus 4 root 2 divided by 3. So we have just simplified it, but if you so wish, you can also break it down. That is not must. This can be written as 2 over 3 square root of 5 minus 4 over 3 square root of 2. And if you so wish, again, you can factor out something, because you can see we have a common factor of 2, but just leave it like that. So this is all about question number 6. Let us move on to question number 7.